Hello everybody, welcome to Shyam's Storytime. My name is Shamala and I'm a passionate storyteller. Today's story is about Akbar and Birbal. The name of the story is Hang My Son-in-Law. Are you ready to listen? You must have heard about Akbar and Birbal. I have already shared many stories of Akbar and Birbal. Akbar was a Mughal emperor who ruled over India more than 500 years ago. Birbal was one of his courtiers, a favorite one of Akbar. Birbal was very witty, very clever, and Akbar was so fond of Birbal. Today we will talk about an incident that happened during their time. One day, Akbar was in a pretty bad mood. He called Birbal and said, "I want to hang all the sons-in-law in the kingdom." Birbal was perplexed. He didn't understand what was the reason. There must have been a conflict or an argument between Akbar and his son-in-law. Who is a son-in-law? You may wonder. Son-in-law is the person who has married my daughter. So Akbar had a small conflict with his own son-in-law. He was furious, and out of anger, he commanded, "Hang all the sons-in-law in the kingdom." What do you think about it? Well, Birbal decided that he must give a little bit more time to Akbar to think about what his command was. But at that time, when he was in a bad temper, not a good idea. So Birbal said, "Your Honor, I will do as you said, but just give me some days' time, okay?" So Akbar agreed to it and he walked away. A week passed. Akbar did not forget it. He called Birbal and said, "What happened? I had asked you to do something." "Oh, Jahapana, just hold on. I need a few more days' time." He said, "Don't take too long, okay? I want this sorted out very quickly," commanded Akbar and walked away. 3 days passed. Nothing happened. Akbar once again called Birbal and asked, "What happened? You have not done anything at all." No, Jahapana, it's in the process. I will just take 2 more days' time," he said. "I can't wait that long. I have given you this order long ago. Take me to whatever arrangement you have done. I would like to see it myself," said the emperor. Birbal led Akbar outside of the palace into a huge field off the walls of Fatehpur Sikri. There were many scaffolds erected there. Akbar looked at all of them. There were many that were made of wood. Some of them were made of metal. So Akbar asked Birbal, "What are these meant for?" Birbal took him around. There were many scaffolds that were made of poor quality wood. By scaffold, I mean like a small framework which has a pillar and then a small rope that is hung to it. That's like a noose. So somebody can be hung on it. Birbal explained to the emperor that these are meant for all the poor sons-in-law in our kingdom. Said Akbar, and he kept walking. He must have walked a few steps, and there were many scaffolds that were made of good teak wood. So Akbar asked, "What about these?" Birbal said, "These are for the sons-in-law that belong to rich families." Said Akbar, kept walking a few more steps. There were many that were made of copper and brass. Akbar asked, "What about these?" Birbal said, "These are for the sons-in-law of our courtiers, all the royal courtiers." Akbar appreciated it. "That's nice." And he looked aside. There were 8 scaffolds that were left. 7 of them were made of shining silver. 1 was made of glinting gold. So Akbar came near the silver scaffolds and asked, "Birbal, what about these silver ones?" "These are for the 7 of your sons-in-law," replied Birbal. Then Akbar came near the glinting gold scaffold. He looked at it. It was marvelous. It looked really gorgeous. A lot of fittings in it, aesthetically done. "Birbal, what about this?" he asked. Birbal said, "Your Majesty, this is for the greatest son-in-law in our kingdom. It is for our own Emperor Akbar." He was a little scared for having said that, because when Akbar said hang all the sons-in-law, it includes even him, right? Because he is also a son-in-law to somebody. And Akbar got the lesson immediately. When Birbal was thinking he is going to yell at him out of fury, Akbar broke into a big laugh and said, Birbal, but for you, where will I go? And he embraced Birbal and said, I understood my lesson. These castles are not needed anymore. Dismantle all of them. You need not carry out my order. Saying so, Akbar walked back into the court. So this was a huge lesson. I hope you all understood. Even if it is the emperor, when he gives a command, we should think through and give, not just say something out of fury. Probably he will put his own self into danger. That's exactly what happened to Akbar also today, is it not? Did you like today's story? If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shyam's Storytime. You will have access to many stories. My name is Shyamala and I'm a passionate storyteller. I will meet you in the next story. Bye-bye.